Okay, so when it comes to the person who inserted some sort of substance into Gary's IV, my thing was, I bet it was a female. I think Jasmine did it because remember, Jasmine was wearing all black when she popped up in Andy's apartment at the end of season 2 and shot Gary and tried to shoot Andy. And then when I watched the episode this week, I'm like, oh, this possibly looks like a more masculine build. But somebody, I think during the live stream I did Wednesday night, was like, hey, Jeremy, go back and look at the scene. I thought I heard like heels. I went back, I listened to the scene, high volume. And aside from the, background hospital noises, like, beeping and, the sounds of like, what do you call it? Is it a gurney? Those things that people are rolled on into the hospital, the wheels of that. I heard what sounded to be like little stomps from the imprint of a shoe, specifically like a boot. And I don't believe it was heels that did it. And I know I get flack for the Jasmine stuff. Jeremy, let it go. You're a simp. You love Jasmine. We get it. You love Crystal Lee Naomi. We get it. But something we should remember is that when Jasmine reappeared in season 2, she would be rocking black boots. And something that I would always tease Crystal about when we would talk is like, oh yeah, I know Jasmine's about to stand on business because that's when she rocks her kick-ass boots because, the black boots like that. That's when she means business. And she wore them during the parking lot confrontation with Andy, with her 2 girls who beat on her. And then I believe she was also rocking the black boots when she came into the apartment trying to shoot everybody. So I think in those particular moments, that's again to showcase Jasmine meant business. Kind of like, the whole thing where, when Karen's wearing those white boots, she's about to raise some hell. That's the same thing I feel about Jasmine rocking the black boots. So that's my, that's my thoughts on that particular theory. You can let me know your thoughts on that. But in any case, I wanted to talk about who did it. Now, obviously, I think Jasmine possibly did it, but I think there are a lot of people we can rule out, just throwing it out there. For one, Robin, Hayden, and Fatima were all at work. So it wasn't any of them. Zach was at home. Because remember, he called Fatima. Now you could argue, well, hey, Zach could have went to the hot... No, it wasn't Zach. It wasn't Zach. None of the girls, Andy, Danny, Fatima, Karen, because they were all at the penthouse. Now, there are other suspects you could possibly say did it. What about Jordan? Maybe he did it. Maybe Penelope. Maybe she did it. Could it have been Tony and Rich? I don't think it was Tony because Tony was probably at the airport. Rich wasn't on screen, but I don't think it was him either. He did say he was going to the clinic for that one checkup, I guess for his sperm and whatnot. So I don't know if the clinic is close to the hospital or whatever, but I don't think it was him. He could have a motivation because he did say he didn't like, his woman and, his friends dealing with this crap because of Andy, but I don't think it was him. Ethan has been MIA since after he took those photos of Jordan and whatnot, but I don't think it was him. Hudson does seem to be a big suspect because some people are like, well, it's clear like he hasn't left Gary's side at the hospital and he seems to be the only person who knows where Gary's hospital room is. And the hooded figure probably didn't walk up to the front desk going, hello, can you tell me the room that Gary Borders is in? Without, bringing up suspicion. So I feel like, I don't know. Or this person could just be a nameless henchman sent by someone else, like, I don't know, Madam or Marie or somebody. Because remember, Madam wasn't available to take care of Gary when Fatima called in the season finale. So maybe after hearing the news about Gary's survival. But then again, that kind of doesn't make sense because to my knowledge, Fatima on screen did not tell Madam about what needed to be done. It's just that she needed her cousin's help. So even though Fatima found out that Gary survived in episode 2, is that when she got the alert on her phone? When she saw the news report? I don't think she did follow up on it. That's just my opinion. I don't think Fatima did any follow up on it because of the fact that, one, Gary got. He isn't dead, but somebody beat her to the job. Then on top of that, not wanting to risk any more police or federal investigation breathing down their neck, she probably wouldn't call her cousin to finish off the gig anyway. So I think Madam is exempt. I don't think it was Tamara. I don't, because the person just seems way too tall to be her. So, I mean, I think it was possibly male, maybe, but I don't know. So, I honestly, at this point, I have no idea who did it. But what I will say is that whatever was put in that IV hasn't taken effect yet. But bet money is probably going to happen when Andy's in the room alone with Gary next week, or after she had already left. And with her being the only other person in the room, that's going to bring a lot of negative suspicion to her. So, there we go. But let me know your 2 cents, and we can have some fun with this one. But like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.